Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily Apple report for Tuesday, January 16th, 2024.
But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. And check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever.
Let's jump into the charts. Take a look at the big picture as usual, work our way into the day itself. This goes all the way back to May of last year when we settled above this meaningful descending channel top, a descending flag at the top of a move. Longer term buy signal it was, still remains intact. In fact, still anticipating longer term bullish continuation into later 24, holding above the 163.72 to 165.14 region. Now, I don't expect to see that area unless we close this week below this descending channel top that we did several months ago, 179.42. And in fact, we topped out a month ago, fell back to this channel top about 2 weeks ago, and it's held nicely as I'm expecting it to. This is a 4-star support area, 179.42 on the daily chart, 179.01, able to absorb selling not only through February, but really into later year. And in fact, still anticipating longer term, the 235.52 rising 4-year channel top. Now, we have some hurdles to the upside to take out before we can aggressively expect this in the kind of the midterm. But for right now, I will just say by the end of 24, I wouldn't be surprised to see this 235.52 formation, provided we continue trading above 179.42. If we close the week back below 179.42, then indeed by the end of February or sooner, we should once again test this 163.72 to 165.14 region. And yes, if we were to close below that area over the coming month or two, below 163.72, that's a meaningful sell signal as we move into the second quarter, but I'm not going to go there because it's not necessary at this point in time. Let's jump to the daily charts, and I can pick this one apart. There's a lot going on here. First of all, we've got 187.60 as an upside 3/8 over the last month of activity. We have yet to test it since we put out that low a little over a week ago, but it is our resistance for the day. It can contain session strength. It is in reach above 184.66, the simple rising channel bottom. So 184.66 able to contain intraday selling, and above which 187.60 is likely, where we can place a daily high. If we close above 187.60, then expect, I'd say, tomorrow, Thursday at the latest, this descending 2/3 speed line at 189.99. Now, we've been mentioning 189.99 as a 2 to 3 week target anyway, following the testing of long-term support, channel support at 179.09. This is that weekly channel top at 179.42 I started earlier with in the video. And so 189.99 has been a 2 to 3 week target following the testing of this upper 170 support. It was lower 180s at the time, about a week ago. 189.90 if tested over the next few days, and once again, it's expected tomorrow if we close today above 187.60. 189.90 able to contain weekly buying pressures. From here, we could fall away back into the upper 170s again within 2 to 3 weeks. That is a possibility. I think it is a tradable scenario. In other words, if we test 189.99, and if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, presumably you're taking profits there, and you can also consider going short, and that could be selling Apple outright, or perhaps reaching for 178, 179 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a month. I'd go further out. This is probably a 2-week play, but I'd go a month out at least on that expiration. Now, if we do close above 189.99, and it is anticipated, it is considered, a bit of an eventuality over the next, the question, of course, is I'm going to say over the next 3 to 5 weeks. The question is, do we fall away for a couple of weeks back into the into the upper 170s before then presumably rallying back to close above this descending two-thirds speed line? But we could quite easily, by the end of the week, close above 189.99. And if we do, I've been mentioning this rising channel top as our next big picture objective. This could be a 3 to 5 week move aggressively. It could also take 2 to 3 months, depending on volatility. On the way up, we've got the 199.62 move high, all-time high that was put out, back in December. That would be a 2 to 3 week target with a settlement above 189.99. 2 to 3 week swing traders could simply play that from 189.99 up to 199.62. But if you're a longer term, position trader, if you like to hold things out for 3 to 5 weeks, out to several months, I do think closing above 189.99, 205.66 is your play. I will also mention, while it's not illustrated here, that merely holding 179.42, this long-term support, and I think I've mentioned this a few times, if you are long kind of a 3 to 5 month near-term investor, and if you bought the upper 170s over the last couple of weeks, you can also hold out for 205.66. I do think this channel top that is goes back to the October low, so it's a 4-month channel top in its own right. I do think that you could hold out for this. This could certainly contain monthly buying pressures at the time, and I do consider it to be a 1 to 2 month target if we close above 189.99. So if you've done nothing, if you've not bought the upper 170s, low 180s from about a week and a half ago, and if we close above 189.99, that is your next buy signal. A buy signal on strength, expecting 199.62 within 2 to 3 weeks, and within 2 months or less, 205.66, where we can top out on a monthly, possibly quarterly basis. Let's take a look at the downside today, and I'll go back to this chart here, that if we break or open today below 184.66, 182.76 is likely. 182.76 is the high of the low from about a week and a half ago. There's also a 5/8 downside Fibonacci in the very same vicinity, I think 182.80. And that would be expected today if we break or open below 184.66, 182.76, able to contain session weakness, possibly into later week, just like 187.60 may also contain buying into later week. It's tough to call, but if we close above 187.60, 189.99 likely tomorrow, and if we close below 182.76, this long-term support at 179.42, then likely within 1 to 2 days as well. So these are meaningful pivot points into midweek if settled above or below today. Closing above 187.60, 189.99 tomorrow, closing below 182.76, 179.42 within 1 to 2 days, where once again we can bottom out through February and perhaps even the rest of the first quarter. Is there anything else to say? One last thing I will say, that if later in the week we close below this 179.01 channel structure, then I think I actually mentioned this at the top of the broadcast, that over the following, and where are you? I don't see it. Let's see here. Is that it? Yes, this is it. If we close below 179.42 at the end of the week, this 163.72 to 65.14 region becomes our next 3 to 5 week downside target. I'm going to leave it at that for Tuesday's Apple report. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com for that 5-day free trial. You won't regret it. I'll be back tomorrow with Wednesday's Apple report. You have a great day.